I said, coming off the alcohol is terrible enough as it is.
So what's going on?
I might have a drink today. Haven't had one all week. No, just wondering what's going on. You know, like I said, I had a call with Ken and Jeff.
Yeah, I know. They called me yesterday.
What did he say?
Basically that you're strictly working on drones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That you're not on the board anymore. And
What do you mean? They didn't tell me I wasn't on the board anymore.
told me yesterday that Colleen would be taking over the bank account. Totally.
Well, my name comes off it. Then they'll close the account.
What else was it? It wasn't that long. It was only like I had to get ready. I had to go to work. That was pretty much it. So that so they said. Then they said that they're going to be sending us directives. We got a whole new set of rules that we got to follow. And I said that's fine with me. My only concern was, do I still have to do the weekly reports? Yeah, they still want the weekly reports done. And we just carry on as work as usual. The only thing I didn't get a straight answer on was, are we still going to have regular calls?
Yeah, well, I got an email on that. You got an email too.
When?
Last week. The regular calls are going to be sporadic.
Oh, okay. I got an email last week saying, I got one email saying that the call had been canceled. And then...
Yeah, I got that one on the old account too.
Yeah, and then when they email me, for some reason they're emailing me on both accounts.
No, the problem is they're they've got the old meeting synced to our old account, and the last one that was sent on our old account was a cancel. So that automated program automatically sends out the cancellation email every week.
Well, now what's happening is, I was talking with Jude yesterday. He said he's got to redo the whole thing, and he's going to reissue new passwords to us all, and then we can take the password and change it to whatever, because I went in the other day to the new one, the company email. And there was 2 emails, so one from Jude, one from Jeff. And I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden fucking emails start popping up all over the fucking place. And I'm way back, like almost to the expo.
Is that right?
That's...
And that's on the new email?
That's the company one.
Yeah.
But
I've been using that for about a month.
So I'm still getting, I still get the report, okay, on OHES. Okay, so that's it.
We had a great run last Monday out to the airfield out in Howie Center.
Where's the airfield in Howie Center?
You need a GPS and a good goddamn satellite to find the fucker.
Yeah, because only thing I ever found in Howie Center was a lake.
Me and Mike.
Well, you sent me an email that said you and
Mike and Andy.
And Colleen were...
Not Colleen, Colin.
Oh, Colin.
Colin's one of my engineers. Me and Colin were sitting down doing the COG on the drone, on the wing.
Okay.
All morning. Like, we've been working on that for... these are about 4 weeks now. I had to pick up the parts in Halifax to finish her.
So
it flew. It flew for about 20 feet. So look, it went up like this, and it went. But the problem is we were using larger batteries, and we think our center of gravity was off.
Too
heavy up front. Yeah. So that's why it went. And but it did no damage or nothing like that. You know what I mean? We got some good photos.
We're signing an agreement between the 4 universities, Springboard Atlantic, and us to go ahead with the battery project.
Well, KD Lippo is a Chinese company. They want to be they want us to be their distributor and merchandiser up here in Canada.
That would be sweet.
Right? And they have all drone batteries. you know. And
Well,
they said, you know, where we could become partners.
The guy from Ottawa, I spoke with him on Thursday. I got to quit this fucking part-time job because it's fucking up. These guys never call back until late. He told me that any investigation into batteries is total waste time.
Yeah.
He said it's just like he said, unless she said you fall into something that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
He said China is so far ahead of us.
Yes.
You know, he said, and
Yeah.
he said the
And
last
I mean,
thing-
like leaps and bounds ahead of us.
Oh yeah, no. He said we could never catch up. He
No.
said unless you stole their technology.
Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't let that happen.
No, fuck no. And then he said, I told him about the problems. I said, and was on the national news about shipping the batteries out of China and them leaking.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, so what? Got fuck all to do with us.
Yep.
He said the plane goes down, then it's the Chinese government who will deny it and blame it on Iran or Iraq or somebody.
Yeah.
And, you know.
But they said to us that they send them over sealed, and they don't have problems. So, and maybe they send them over via ship for all I know.
Well, they're the ones that they were talking about the other day were shipped by air,
Okay.
and they did leak.
Okay.
Okay, and it did cause a problem. I think it ate through the wires and the. But this is a cargo plane. This is not a.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, I mean, there's human lives involved.
Exactly.
Sort of thing, so.
Last thing we want is another Castaway movie.
Yeah. Well, they'd have lots of batteries. Nothing to plug them into.
You know,
Is Perry home or up?
Perry's out in the lab, but he's not up or dressed or none.
Couldn't care. I just need to know if we got the appointment or not.
So I figure it's going to cost him about $1,600 to $1,800 a month. Ken told us that we never had any money. Where's that money coming from?
That money for
Yeah.
Perry? I don't know. All I got was your email saying he had to be out by Sunday.
Well,
That was-
what am I supposed to do? I got some good news from my attorney yesterday that, the judge is hearing our standing. So he said, well, if we get through summary judgment, he said, then it'll be 6 months before it goes to trial. He said, we got good grounds in trial. He said, we just got to get through the summary judgment. And he said, we got grounds for the legal grounds for it to be pushed to trial.
Yeah.
But he said, in 6 months, you could probably have this dealt with. Knowing you, he said, I'll give you the breathing room.
Okay, well, that's not bad because
So,
I don't know.
like I said, I just don't want him here because I know he's severe. Perry, you here? He's severely schizophrenic and he snaps. Okay.
Well, I haven't seen that side.
Oh, remember that day I called you up?
Yeah. But I mean, if he.
But with all due respect, he's schizophrenic. He's schizophrenic. I'm psycho. We complement each other well.
There's a combination. But yeah. So
But
all I got was your email saying get him a place, and so.
Well, you know what I mean. What am I supposed to do?
Well, they got him a place. I think they got him a
But
place.
I will tell you this, Dave. If they don't put that money in the bank for him for the first of the month, and his rent doesn't get paid, he'll freak. That'll break him.
Well, let him freak. I mean, that's.
But that's not the point. The point is, if he gets late on his rent and
Well, they could make an arrangement with the landlord to pay the landlord directly. I don't even know who the landlord is yet. I thought it was Executive Suites, but it's not. It's something very similar. So
it's not Florida's property, is it?
no, if it was Ford's, I would have recognized that. But I saw the video. I said to Helen, I'd like to move in there.
Mm-hmm. For $1,000 a month.
Well,
It's got to be one of the most luxurious two-bedroom apartments in Sydney.
I don't know, like any place in there that's like that. I haven't seen it. I saw the video and I'm trying to picture where this place would be.
It's a high-rise down in Dorchester. Down on
High-rises on Dorchester.
the one in between, not Dorchester, but it's the high-rise. Yeah, it's
You mean the one that's under construction?
no. You know where the Holiday Inn is too?
Yes.
You know where you go up Prince Street, right to the end, the one right across the road.
Okay, Holiday Inn.
You go up Prince Street, right to go through the lights on George,
Okay.
go through the right lights on Charlotte, and go right straight, and it's the one right on the end.
That's senior citizens.
No, it's not.
You talking about that big
Yeah,
15 story?
Yeah,
That senior citizen.
well, that's how he described it to me.
If unless part of that is private sector. I mean, that could be.
Mhm.
It could be. So we stopped after work. We stopped at the after hours club in Sydney. But when they say zero tolerance,
Yeah,
they're not fucking.
Nope.
They're not fucking around. I said to the guy, I got up when they grabbed him and they didn't open the door. They fucking fired him into the door.
Mhm.
So anyway, I went over and I said, buddy, I said, I think he's had enough. And he said, I think you should sit down or you're going to get the same fucking treatment. Well, I said, I'm not drunk. And if you want to come after me, you go right ahead. Because I said, I know who owns the place. He said, just mind your own business, sir. Go and sit down. He said, rules here, zero fucking tolerance. So I said to Martha, I said, buddy, we're never going to fuck around in here.
Nope.
No. So. But I wish I owned that place.
Yeah. No, like I said, we had that talk, and it was like, the only concern I got now is he didn't tell me they were taking me off the board. Because who are they going to replace on the board in Canada? If they take me off the board, I still got ownership in Canada.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the plan is because I didn't get into it. Colleen, in all honesty, was asking more questions I was just listening.
Oh, yeah.
So
like what questions was she asking?
Well, she wanted to know when the bank account was going to be changed. And he said, well, you'll get each one of us are getting a document that we have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
With the new rules,
Mhm.
whatever the new rules are. And it's fine. So then he said it'll be Monday or Tuesday. And then she wanted to know about something about pays. I wasn't really listening to that part because.
Yeah, like
Jeff has been-
have you been paid for this month yet?
Yes.
I haven't. Well, I haven't. Do they still owe me under $1,200 or $1,175 or $1,125?
And I think they owe Colleen the same, or pretty close to the same.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We'd like to get paid on the first of the freaking month, not to drag this out till
Well, I can't.
it makes everybody freaking panic.
Well, I would be in a panic because I'm living payday to payday. That's why I have a part-time job. And
Mm-hmm.
even with the part-time job, Helen's got zero income.
Mm-hmm.
She's got nothing coming in but her.
Well, look, I got to try to run this place myself, and I got to support Barry.
Yeah, so well, I mean, he'll be gone probably Monday or Tuesday. But I got to take him in. I got to see this place first. Ken doesn't want him just taking it without somebody locally,
Mhm.
so I know what the hell he's getting into. So I said I have no problem with that. I don't. First, he said he's only got a couple of bags, so
Mm-hmm. What's he going to do for furniture?
I think it's furnished.
And then I told him, I said, Perry, you got to be your electricity in the summertime. It's going to be about $125 a month. In the wintertime, it's going to be $250 a month.
Isn't this all inclusive?
No. And then you need your internet, which he's not going to want the fucking simple stuff. Like, I got good internet, but he's going to want the best, and that's $275 a month.
Well, that's between him and them. I got not other than.
And then he's going to want renter's insurance for the simple fact that he's not going to leave that apartment with that computer there in it.
I wouldn't.
No, without insurance.
Do you know Paul Muse,
Mm-hmm.
the cop? Well, his brother Francis and I are best friends. Francis lives out in Edmonton as well with his wife. 6 years ago, they both work in the camps.
Mm-hmm.
They got a call from their landlord at the apartment building they worked at.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Francis called me last night, and I said, Francis, can't talk to you, buddy. I'm at work. I said, I'm not supposed to be taking personal calls. And he said, got to tell you a quick one. I said, hurry up, tell me before somebody walks along. Fire alarm went off near the new apartment building, burned to the ground.
Where was this to?
Edmonton, downtown Edmonton.
I see it on the news.
Hmm?
That was on Calgary News.
Well, you could see it because he sent me pictures, but I said, holy fuck, buddy, he said, come on in and visit, I'll pay. I said, no. No.
I got to get to Sydney this morning.
That's it.
Just got to pick up some supplies.
That's
Wine.
another thing he needs. He's going to need food.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to go to food bank.
have food if you didn't go out and buy all these expensive things like Blue Goose chicken.
What's that? Oh, it's food.
$15 a pack.
For a piece of fucking chicken. Don't look at my freezer.
No,
Because I'll tell you what I got is like it's not the best of the best. It's good food. Like it's from the lady I'm dealing with. You know.
Well, like I said, I got my bologna, I got my hamburger meat, I got my pork. I get the pork loins, and I get the pork loins, and I cut them up on the slicer to make pork chops.
Well, there you go.
And so I got plenty of food here, but like I said, Perry goes and buys look at his olive oil, cold pressed olive oil, $15 a bottle.
100% virgin.
You know, like he's not going to be able to live like that because I don't think he doesn't have a salary. They're just paying his rent.
Well, they're going to have to pay him something. They got to give him some money because he can't. You know, living here is one thing. Living in Sydney is a different ballgame altogether.
What they should have done was paid me 36 months in advance at $1,000 a month for him. I had enough to take care of this place, and he could live there for 3 years for free.
I actually thought they were paying you rent.
No.
I mean, nobody said that.
11 months he's here.
Nobody said that at all.
Like I said, if he had turned around and offered me, say, 3 years, 36 months, $1,000 a month, he could live here for 3 years, rent free. Now it'll cost him double in there. That alleviates my problem.
It's going to be expensive for sure.
But you know, they've never been known to, you know, to make sense of anything. So, I think like not a.
I don't know how you can stand it.
What?
I love, you know what, the best thing where I'm working? No lights. Only dimmers.
There you go.
So I can walk down the hall.
Oh, by the way, I got to get you some stuff. Thank you. That's the mail for RGI.
For who?
RGI.
Yeah.
That's the rest of Colleen's clothes she left here.
Don't want to know. Don't want to know.
So.
Have you got more vodka downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
On payday, I'll pop up. I want to get something put away for Christmas.
Yeah. I might be in Newfoundland. Christmas.
Are you going out and going home for Christmas?
Thinking about it. Well, I was going to stay here by myself.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah, we were talking about. Well, we never go anywhere at Christmas time. We have.
You know. So Perry's moving to Sydney. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Just sit here and that's if I still got the house, right?
Put the new security system in today.
Yeah. But like I said, good news from my attorney yesterday. So he seems to think, he said, you know, we'll get it to trial and we'll win it in trial. He said, then they get to pay our legal expenses.
6 months though. Oh fuck you! You're living on pins and needles for another 6 months. This has been going on for fucking ever.
But well, no, not really. 6 months gives me 6 months to. By the way, Dave, who owns the call center in Sydney River? You know that call center closed up over there?
Well,
Well,
they're in.
Used to be TechLink, right?
No. That's Convergence.
Okay.
Okay. They moved into.
Okay, what about the empty call centers over there? What's going on with that?
The empty call center?
Yeah.
You don't have anything fucking to do with that place.
Why?
It's condemned. Mold.
Data center.
Should be wired for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's space available in where Target used to be. In the back, that's where they moved to.
Oh yeah. Where's Target?
Target's gone. They went bankrupt in Canada. They're only here.
Oh yeah. They'd be wired for it too. They must have 6,000 amps there.
Oh God, yes.
So
You didn't follow up in the building in Northside?
no.
You could still walk away with that.
But who do I talk to? You said you want to give me the name of the bank.
Well, I tried to get the name of the bank. Well, all you'd have to do is call any real estate agent, and tell them that you're interested in the pharmaceutical building on the north side, and you hear that it's been taken over by the bank.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding, like the building's been valued at $12 million. The bank took it.
Mm-hmm.
You probably get it for $400,000. Dave Shepard is still the caretaker over there. Dave said the building is still in really good shape. The only thing, Dave said all the chemicals are still there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just make it part of the deal. Like, it would cost you about $40,000 to get those chemicals disposed.
Yeah.
And you have to have them disposed legally because the RCMP know they're there. So.
So that's it. I got to get to Sydney. Be nice of them to notify me that I was taken off the board, eh?
I was led to believe that you did. That was one of the discussions. Part of the discussions.
Nope.
Fucker would wake up.
What?
Walter's got a cordless drill. I got to go down and get it. I need it for put in the security system.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking neat. I have to get a new cell phone because of it, but I can put a code in my cell phone and see anything that's going on in the house.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what mine does that.
Well, I saw it on TV, but I didn't know it was available around here. See, all the, Martha told me last night, apparently, all the hospitals are going private security.
Oh yeah.
So no more commissionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine fucking over commissionaires.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they're being fucked over.
Well, but we should have one of these meetings every week, man. So
It wouldn't be a bad idea, I mean, it's just to keep us in, so we know what's going on.
Right.
Because
by the way, when and if we get the Centennial Arena,
I was trying to tell you that, Bill. I talked to Bill on Friday. Paul is tied up. They got the big Christmas festivals in there. Friday, Saturday, Friday, today, and tomorrow. So he said he'll get in touch with us the first of the week.
okay. The Mobile Aircraft Association of Canada, MAC.
Yeah.
They want to move in with us. Just have one office there in Sydney.
They're willing to pay rent.
And so, here's what they're willing to do for us. They're willing to, if we do that, they're willing to allow us to unlimited use of their airfield in Howie Center.
So they own the airfield now. I'd
Yeah.
love to know where this is.
And
I did not.
it's a beautiful airfield.
I have no idea. Is it? Well, they own
Runway
it,
and everything.
It's private then.
Yeah.
It's a private airfield.
Yeah. And then Cape Breton Drone Group, they want to partner with us too. So they can improve their membership. And that's just two little spaces and their signs in the building, and it brings validity to what we're doing.
Well, that's in order to get credibility. That's what we're going to have to do.
This partner.
The having the four universities and Springboard Atlantic with us together is going to give us one pile of recognition. Whether we fucking invent a battery, don't invent a battery, nobody gives a fuck. And I'd love to meet this guy from Ottawa, though. He is up on this fucking shit, man. I was telling him about us with the drone racing. So he said, when you're up and running, and he said, and I said, yeah, and he said, what I mean is running. He said, where you're having people there that are actually racing. I said, yeah. He said, I'll come down. But he said, none of the fucking bullshit that goes on in Halifax, and 10 people show up, and he said lots of people show up there, but he said then there's 3 people there, and the drones won't fly or something. Something stupid like that. So. But the buddy that I got all the information on for all the equipment, he's a consultant out of Toronto. He works with Bill Bradley. And he's the guy, like he was saying, nothing exists in Cape Breton.
No.
Actually, nothing exists east of
Moncton.
Or Halifax, I guess. I don't think he said Moncton. But anyway, like he said, that around here would really catch on, especially if we sold drones.
Yeah. This is an RC company up in Halifax where I bought the parts for our drones. And they had all the parts there we needed to assemble from scratch. Because apparently an RC car and a drone is just a car with wings. And they can bring in any. They got a store, Dave, that's as big as
Windmill Road. Okay.
They got a store, Dave, that's as big as Jesus, as big as a dollar store down there. Every part imaginable.
Oh, I gotta go to Halifax week after next. So,
What day?
I think we're gonna go up either on Thursday or Friday. It's got to be during school hours because the meeting is at Dalhousie. So I'm just waiting for them to get back to me.
I got to be up there on Sunday, the 3rd.
What's going on?
Court on the 4th.
Court again. Is this the same thing?
My lawyer's soaking me, man. But he's been my lawyer for 35 years.
This is the guy I met from Circuit Technology.
Jeremy Gay.
No.
I can't say he's soaking me, He's charging me $2,600 a month. And,
oh, fuck.
Yeah, you should see the last bill. He gave me a long-term client discount of $4,000. I said, if this keeps up, I could have paid the mortgage.
Fuck is he doing for you for $2,600 a month?
No, that's $2,600 a month. But I've got a payment plan with him, so.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, so I pay him like $1,200 a month. Who?
Walter.
Oh, yeah. What time are you taking period, Sydney?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Will be today. I got to get the security system in today, and then they got to come out and test it.
Geez, I was some sick there the week, man. I was, when I ended up in the hospital. Well, 7 o'clock in the morning, ambulance came here and got me.
Were you physically sick?
Yep. Blood running out of my eyes and my nose and my ears. My blood pressure was so high I started breaking capillaries.
Why didn't they take you over here?
Right to Sydney. They were thinking about putting me in a hyperbaric chamber.
No, well, they'd have to bring down your blood pressure first. They couldn't put you in the chamber. There's no fucking way. You would explode.
And no, they mean bring the pressure up to equalize what's in my body.
I'm well aware what it does.
And but no, they pumped me full of something. Within 2 hours, my blood pressure came from 280 down to 245.
So you're a fucking doctor. The United States is useless.
Well, no, she's been monitoring this for years.
Yeah, but
it's only been the last 3 months that it's gone nuts.
I sat down there with you and Ken. Ken took his blood pressure, then you took yours, and you said it was 235 over 140. That's heart attack range. And then she's sitting in the United States, not telling you to go to the hospital. There's a problem.
She's telling me I'm just not going.
I'm a first responder.
Did you hear what I said? She's telling me I'm just not going.
Well,
sooner I die, the better, Dave.
Well, I don't know how you can think like that.
Well, I got nothing left in this world.
Oh, fuck. What's wrong with you? Go and find something.
No.
I thought like that every time I ended up in fucking hospital with fucking cancer scare.
Yeah, but you got a wife. You got someone to rely on.
No, I don't have. I gotta take care of her. She's too sick.
It doesn't matter.
You know.
You've had someone in your life all your life.
Yeah.
You know.
No, and I got my thing now is my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
That's my big thing. You know, it's they're our whole life now.
Well, there you go.
You know. But
What have I got?
That's nothing says you at your age you still can't have children. You just got to find the right person.
At this rate, I probably won't have a job in 3 months.
Well, if we get the Centennial Building, you know, it's just going to be trying to find trained pilots.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a problem. They fucking well don't exist around here.
I can train them. Colin can train them.
They National Research Council sent us a recommendation to hire actual pilots, privates with private pilot licenses. So
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. I'll tell you why. I've talked to 2 pilots and asked them to sit down in front of drones. Couldn't do it.
well, I'm not. They don't want them to fly the drones. They want to hire them as trainers.
Doesn't work. Not even the same.
If they offer me money, they can do whatever they fucking want.
Drone pilots can become real pilots because they see everything and they know how to use the sticks. Real pilots can't see everything. They go by instrumentation.
Well, if you're licensed, that's
Yeah, just because you're licensed don't mean you can fly a drone.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not suggesting it does. What I'm saying is, these guys out here at the airport, okay, none of them are instrument pilots. They're only allowed to fly during the day at the club. To get your instrumentation and night landing is a whole different fucking thing than taking off there and flying out to the Atlantic, or you're going up to Canso to see a fucking building that may never fucking exist.
Next Father's Day, the week of Father's Day, we're invited to become a sponsor for the Atlantic Canada Mobile Aircraft Association Canada's big international flight jamboree.
What's Father's Day got to do with it?
Well, that's where they hold it every year, and they only hold it in one place in Canada.
Where's that at?
Marguerite. They said they have people come from all over the U.S. They bring their trailers. They have the Marguerite, is it Marguerite or Inverness? Marguerite. The Marguerite air landing strip, and they just take over the whole landing strip.
Put me down, and I'll be there. I'll be in Marguerite, but I'm going to be on Marguerite River.
Yeah. But you know what we could do is just rent some campers, right? It's easy. It's only $300 or $400 to rent a camper, or $500 to rent a camper for a week.
Well, if you knew in advance, go to Marguerite Cabins, or Inverness Village or someplace like that.
Yeah.
The bungalows are $600 a month.
Well, we only need it for a week.
You know, so it's I meant $600 a week, not a month. Fuck. And most of them are 3-bedroom, full kitchen, shower, the whole 9 years. I mean, they're not palatial by any stretch of the imagination. It's a cabin.
Yeah.
And it constitutes a 3-bedroom, a cot, and in the kitchen area, kitchen, dining room is all one. But they're beautiful. We stayed in them half a dozen times. But all I do is go back and then clean the fish, shower, and back out to the nearest liquor store.
Yeah. Which is the co-op. Which is the co-op. Oh man, my stomach's killing me.
For what? From what?
Lack of alcohol.
Oh.
Lack of alcohol, man. I'm sitting down last night drinking milk.
Oh, fuck, no, I couldn't do that.
What?
I said I couldn't do that.
Okay, buddy, I gotta get going.
Okay, yeah, the best thing I had last night was the first drink of scotch I had for 8 months. So I just dropped that off to her.
Yep.
She's not getting it till Monday then. No, I'm serious. I gotta go down and haul some stuff for her, but I'm gonna be too busy. She's not gonna be calling looking for it anyway, is she?
No, probably not.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Take care.